All of my fellow British triathletes will understand the struggle that is having a summer season that lasts only 2 weeks and a winter that lasts for approximately 9 months of the year. Because of this, the weather often restricts training outdoors quite a lot of the time, and yeah, we have to look towards different methods of training, more towards indoors. Of course, with 3 sports, we have 3 options. Option number 1, we'll start with swimming, which is typically done indoors anyway in the swimming pool. We could spend more time over winter training in the pool, actually trying to get better at swimming, but then on race day there's nothing to complain about and no excuses to be made. So that one's not for me. Option number 2, we'll go to the end of the triathlon, the run. Yeah, the treadmill again, be it either one that's a standard one where you move the speed up and down, or one of the run yourself treadmills. 5 minutes on one of them feels like an absolute eternity, so again, no thanks. However, the sport that falls in the middle, cycling, now that's a different story. In years gone by, people used to dread the static bike, the indoor trainer, the rollers, spending countless hours staring at the wall, pedalling away, going absolutely nowhere. But in recent times, that's all changed due to one simple thing, entering us all into the world of virtual cycling. Online platforms letting us explore either real roads that have been recorded with a camera or virtual roads that have been made up out of thin air. Probably the most well-known online cycling platform, and the one that I choose to use day in day out, is Zwift. The main world in Zwift is known as Watopia, and this is supposed to be where fun is fast. However, alongside providing virtual roads, Zwift also tries to gamify indoor cycling. This is done through providing you with sweat drops that you can spend in the store, giving you the opportunity to buy your outdoor bike in the game.
It's in the game.
Or also collecting XP as you ride along, ultimately providing you the chance to reach level 100. And after just over 4 years on the platform, this is the story of my epic ride where I reach the top level, level 100. Let's do this. Let me set the scene. I had made it to just over halfway through level 99 towards level 100. But this meant that I still had over 7,000 XP to get. In a standard free ride on Zwift, every kilometre that you do gets you 20 XP. This would mean I'd have to ride over 350 kilometres in one go, and yeah, even for someone as Zwift crazy as me, that's too much. There are other opportunities though to get XP on Zwift. One is from completing the achievements that they put in the game, either hitting certain power numbers, riding a certain distance, or even something as simple as linking up your Strava account to your Zwift account. With the amount of time I've spent on Zwift though, achievements that I've not done are few and far between. The same goes towards the routes, but I wasn't out of luck just yet. Looking at the different worlds and maps available, on the London course, there is the longest route that you can do on Zwift, the PRL full. Over 100 miles of riding, over 2,500 metres of climbing. This one would be an absolute epic. For riding 100 miles, you also have an achievement for that one, and it does provide XP as well. So it's time to do some calculations and work out how we're going to make it to this level 100. The PRL full course provides 3,460 XP. That's 50% of what I'm looking for. For riding 100 miles, you get 750 XP. There we go, we're getting close. And if we multiply the distance in kilometres, 173 by 20, the XP earned for every kilometre on Zwift, this should provide us with nearly another 3,500 XP, getting us over that 7,000 required and getting me to level 100. That's enough chit chat, it's time to get riding.
This excitement about going into the unknown on Zwift got me thinking about those first few rides that I had back 4 years ago when I first made my Zwift account. And the best thing about trying to do this content creation for a good few years now is that we can look back at the archives and see what previous Adam was all about. So as I wait for the sun to rise and the start of this epic journey, let's take a look back and walk down memory lane.
So yes guys, there we have it. You may have been able to work out from yesterday's post that Zwift is now on the cards. Today I decided, you know what, I'll look for a kind of short race, hopefully 25 minutes, 30 minutes, just jump in the B group. Definitely not A group quality, that's for sure. Started off the race and it was just absolutely unreal pace, and oh, it was such a shift. I'll show you on the screen just now where the place was. I think it was out of like 58 people and I finished 48th, but if you look at my watch per kilo, 4.7, and everybody above me, nearly everyone on that list is below 4. So that was extremely tough, but one to work on, so yeah, another solid day of training. Whew.
Yes, a rather common Zwift racing first experience. Back to today's ride, and I was now halfway through. However, when you realise that halfway through is 3 hours in and you've got roughly 3 hours to go, yeah, you know it's going to be a shift. As well, on every lap of the Zwift PRL full course that takes on the London Loop 11 times, there is a serious kicker coming out from the London Underground section that ramps up to 15%, just to keep you on your toes. However, I was still feeling good, and it was time to push on with the second half of this ride. I now only had 1 lap left of the London Loop, and after cresting the top of Box Hill for the 11th time, I achieved the 100 mile ride achievement, getting me 750 XP as mentioned earlier. We're now super close to this ride being finished. And for the final few kilometres, I'll hand it back over to Adam, live in the action as it happened.
Well, this is it. We're finally in the end game. The last couple of kilometres to go here. And as you can see, almost or over 5.5 hours of riding. And to be honest, the legs are feeling really good. This is definitely the fittest, sort of aerobic wise, endurance wise I've ever been on the bike, most definitely. Just all those consistent long rides, week in, week out, on Zwift, throughout winter, I really do feel have made a big difference. Let's do it. We're on at the final sprint. I'm not one normally for chucking in random sprints at the end. Not that I have any sprint power at all in my legs normally, especially so after 5 hours and 40 minutes of riding, but yeah, we'll see we can maybe be, I don't know, 350 watts. Oh, wow, and we've done it. Level 100. Wowee. Now that was a shift. And with that, I had officially completed Zwift and achieved level 100. Rides like this are totally epic, but let's be honest, life moves on. One workout like this isn't going to get me to the level of the pro triathletes Gustav Iden, Christian Blumenfeld, or get me riding the Tour de France. I'm also still going to have to go and do the weekly shop and also get the group in them. So workouts like this have to mean more than just what it does in the moment. It has to mean more. You have to think of the bigger picture. This is another brick in the wall moving towards the race season to come and also the year going ahead. We saw younger Adam earlier on, and I think he'd be pretty happy with where my fitness is currently at. Moving into this 2025 season, I am ready to race. We've got less than 6 weeks to go now until that first start line, and boy oh boy, you best believe that I'm going to be fighting for the win at these races. If you did enjoy this one and you're wanting to keep up with my triathlon season for this year, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.